I'm Mintz. I'm a food writer for the Toronto Star. The mayor was a big deal, and he was a great guest. He was just sort of, he was just such a natural character. You could understand why he was elected to public office, regardless of what, regime he was bouncing off of. He had a really great touch. But I think I was most nervous for Scott Thompson, just because I hate that phrase, I wouldn't use it around him. I grew up watching The Kids in the Hall, because you say something like that, it makes a person feel old. But I did grow up watching The Kids in the Hall, and he was friend of a friend, and he just had this status. He seemed like a bigger person, right? And then he came over, and he'd just beaten cancer, and he was dealing with the additional complications of that he did talk about, but that he wasn't comfortable with that being, a public thing. And because I was nervous about him coming over, I didn't invite over a bunch of people to pad it out, just because I wanted it to be intimate. And then it was. He was a really sweet guy. Well, I had this. I always try to do something special for everyone, food-wise, and I had this built-in backstory with him where years ago I had been on the set of the show, The Kids in the Hall. They were taping just as an audience member, but I was there with a friend who was doing a guest appearance on the show, and I ate the props. I was sitting on the set for his buddy character, which has bowls of Fruit Loops in a bar, and I was hungry. It was late at night, and I ate like half a bowl of Fruit Loops, and my friend was really upset. And I got in trouble for it, and so I thought I should eat a Fruit Loop somehow. So it was right around the time the Mo Fruit cookbook had come out, so I did this Fruit Loop panna cotta, which is essentially taking the milk, infusing the milk with the flavor of Fruit Loops, and then making a panna cotta with it. And so I had that, and I felt like, all right, got something to talk about. And having watched the show and known that he's an entertainer, and normally when I'm putting together these dinners, I'm always pulling one person from my address book folder of talkers, people who are really good at communicating. But when you've got someone like that, you just kind of know they're on. And then he walked in, and the first thing he said was, "I hope you are not upset if I'm not on tonight." And he took a seat on the sofa, and he laid back, not in that sort of relaxed arms back way, but as in the I don't feel well way. I just beat cancer. People are cheering for me. I beat cancer, but I'm tired. But then it turned out that his off was a regular person who's very talkative and verbose. He's a good storyteller, and he's also sort of an honest storyteller. He's the type of storyteller who doesn't make himself the hero of all his stories. He's at fault plenty of time.